All right, Thula, seems like there's a change of heart coming in from the provincial leadership, saying that those are the reasons provided, that hence they should, support him. He's not just, anyone. He's a leader of the ANC, former leader of, former president of the ANC, but also someone who played quite a vital role within the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah, absolutely, Tumelo. But I mean, it will raise a number of questions, won't it? What with the resolutions from NASREC in 2017 that said, let's park the issue of stepping aside for a moment. The resolution talks about putting distance between the ANC and people who are accused of corruption and other crimes. It's there in black and white. And also, you then go to the issue of how will the ANC then say to supporters of its Secretary General, Ace Magashule, that you can't gather in the name of the ANC if the Provincial Executive Committee in KwaZulu-Natal is able to do it in the name of former President Jacob Zuma. How can they say that supporters of Zandile Gumede can't do the same in the name of the ANC if they can't rein it in? Let me tell you, Tumelo, that at the moment there's a lot of movement around us here. The bomb squad of the SAPS is going in to do a sweep inside court, including courtroom A, which will be the center of activity. Let me speak to attorney Mpumelelo Zikalala, who joins me. Always generous and gracious with your time. We appreciate it, Mpumelelo. The big day has arrived. The matter was certified, trial ready when we were here in February.
Yes.
How much does the fact that the issue of uncertainty around legal representation appears to have been resolved one way or another, with Thulasizwe Zuma sharing a picture of Advocate Thabani Masuku working with the attorney Bethwell Mondli Tusini of Vryheid, now stepping to the fore to lead the team for former President Jacob Zuma?
I think it's going to give assurance that the matter is going to start soon. But the most important question is, are they ready to begin today? Or are they going to come today and say, yes, we are placing ourselves on record? However, we need to go through the records, we need to go through the evidence that has been given to us by the NPA. We can't sort of listen to the evidence of the first witness. We haven't consulted with our client. So, yes, we are new, yes, we are here, but we are not ready to start.
It helps, though, that Advocate Thabani Masuku is not new to this particular matter, but also in terms of representing former President Jacob Zuma. He's been part of the team.
It does, certainly, because it means that even if there's maybe a delay that may happen, it's not going to be delay which is going to be for a numerous amount of time. Maybe they may request 1 or 2 weeks, or they can even surprise us and say, we are ready to begin today, put your first witness within the box, and we'll be ready to rock and roll.
The other issue I wanted to tease out with you, Mpumelelo, is around the issue of the former legal representatives withdrawing.
Yes.
It's understood that the attorney Eric Mabuza has been asked to be here today to give reasons on the record, and basically give further reasons why. That's normal standard procedure, is it, in a criminal matter, that you don't simply by correspondence say I've withdrawn?
Definitely it is. You must remember that any delays which are going to happen in a trial, the court must investigate what's happening with regards to those delays. Are they reasonable? Are they warranted? Is it something within the control of the litigants, which is something that they couldn't control, so that there's no amount of time that is wasted by this court? So it was important for him to be here to give his view and also his reasons for withdrawing. But most importantly, they would have mattered if the former president would have arrived today with no legal representation, because the court would have said, why did it take you so much time in order for you to get new reps? What's the delay which is going to happen in this case now? However, if you say that there are people who are going to represent you, there's a smooth handover from one attorney or one legal rep to another, then, Mr. Mabuza, you are free to go. You can go about with your business. Let us deal with the new legal rep.
With leave from the court being the key operational words there.
Definitely,
Lastly, how well do you know Judge Bidkun? Have you argued before him? What kind of a judge is he?
No, I haven't argued before him, but he is, if you get from other judgments, a judge who is very strict when it comes to the rules, very strict when it comes to the legal prescripts that you are given to. So you can expect that when it comes to compliance with the Criminal Procedure Act, definitely we are going to see that being in action during these proceedings, and definitely today we are going to see that being in operation. What is evident is that when he specifically called for Mr. Mabuza to come to give his side of the story. He anticipated that there's going to be an inquiry which must be done for the unreasonable delay. I don't want hearsay evidence. I don't want he said, they said, or maybe instances where you are not sure. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth so that I'm able to make a decision. So when it comes to adherence to the Criminal Procedure Act, to the legal framework that you have in South Africa, definitely we are going to see that in action during these proceedings.
Mpumelelo Zikalala, thank you for joining me this morning. So that's how it's looking, Tumelo, as preparations continue. One imagines that former President Jacob Zuma would have woken up in Nkandla, making his way with the team and others who are coming through to support him, and they're making their way to be in court here by the time court gets underway inside courtroom A here in Pietermaritzburg at 9:30.